You have many gifts. Anger is a gift. What is in here is a gift. You do not think like other men. You are unpredictable. And that will serve you well. Use your anger intelligently. And I promise you, my son, that one day the whole world will know and fear.
Damn, killer.
You better be careful.
The Kingsport man has been arrested on a charge of aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. The Sullivan County Sheriff's Office says James McKinney was arrested following a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Law enforcement says it surrounded images of suspected child pornography uploaded to the internet. Information obtained from the internet service provider led investigators to speak with McKinney. Additional charges investigators say are pending. He remains in the Sullivan County Jail.
In the shadows of the Appalachian foothills, the search for summer wells has long felt like a battle against time, nature, and a profound lack of digital footprints. For nearly 5 years, the case of the 5-year-old girl who vanished from her home on Ben Hill Road in June 2021 has remained an open wound for East Tennessee. But could the theory of recent arrest in Kingsport be the breakthrough the region has prayed for? In this analysis, we examine the theory that a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children wasn't a routine alert, but a targeted biometric strike made possible by a new era of child identification technology that has only recently come online, and how it may be connected to a missing child in the area. To understand how a digital tip leads to a physical arrest in a case this cold, one must look at the evolution of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children forensic capabilities. For decades, the center relied on hashing, a process of identifying exact digital copies of known illegal images. However, in 2025 and early 2026, the threshold for identification shifted into the realm of biometrics. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children now utilizes a sophisticated facial recognition and identification system that functions more like a DNA match than a photo search. This technology doesn't look for an identical image. It maps the permanent skeletal markers, iris patterns, and unique facial geometry of missing children.
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children collaborates with law enforcement in an effort to reduce and combat child sexual exploitation. Every week, our victim identification team is reviewing anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million child sexual abuse images and videos. At the end of the day, our team is looking for nuggets of information that's going to help law enforcement identify child sexual abuse victims. It's looking for a needle in a haystack, and time is critical when these children have ongoing abuse taking place.
The nature of child sexual abuse material is such that these children are re-victimized over and over and over again. In my 15 years of working here, I have seen the same videos this week as I did in 2006. And that's something that, is very heartbreaking, and it's upsetting.
As we were seeing the same sexually abusive images of videos being reported over and over, it was critical that we found a technology that could help us weed through this material. We don't have an army of staff, and we have to leverage technology to the best of our ability. One of the first tech companies that I reached out to was Videntifier. I called Siggy, who is the CEO, and told him we needed their help.
So when we got the call from John, we immediately thought we can do something here. Our technology is very robust, so it means that we can identify duplicated content even though it has been modified. And by modified, I mean rotations, cropping, text overlays, and so on. NACMA currently has a database of close to 30 million videos, containing about 1 million hours of content. But with our technology, it is possible to find content in this database in less than 1 second. And to identify the content, you only need a few frames of the video, sometimes even a single frame, and you can find the content.
Using tools like Videntifier and being able to scale it across our entire ecosystem of images and videos that we've received allows us to quickly identify which new material coming in is visually unique versus the ones we've already reviewed, categorized, and labeled. Those that we've already seen before, we can keep those to the side and stay focused on brand new material where children may be at most risk.
We don't have to do that manual review process anymore. It can find the videos that are new for us. It can find the ones that we've never seen before, and that's what we can lay eyes on first thing in the morning to get that information out to law enforcement. So they hopefully can go out and actually rescue that child victim and remove them from harm.
This breakthrough is further powered by advanced age progression artificial intelligence. In the years since Summer vanished, forensic artists and AI models have meticulously projected how she would look. These aren't just guesses. They are predictive models based on sibling and parental phenotypes. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children new systems can now cross-reference these AI-generated future faces against newly discovered media in real time. If a man in Kingsport was captured in possession of material showing a child who had aged several years since 2021, the AI would be the only thing capable of making the connection. This facial recognition technology could also take old photos of Summer and scrub newly found media. This silent alarm would bypass traditional local lead vetting and go straight to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation's Specialized Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, pinpointing the suspect's IP address and physical residence within minutes.
We continue to focus on ground search efforts. We continue to focus on interviews of those who may have information about vehicles that have traveled through the area or technology that could have been used that may give us an investigative lead.
In this high-stakes scenario, the aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor charge functions as a vital procedural anchor. In the legal world, this is often referred to as a holding charge. It is a serious felony that allows prosecutors to request high bonds or no bond status, ensuring the suspect remains in a cell while forensic teams begin the monumental task of dismantling his physical and digital life. When a tip from a missing children's unit involves a specific high-profile victim, the arrest is only the first domino. It grants the TBI and the FBI's child abduction rapid deployment. CARD team the legal authority to seize every hard drive, search every floorboard, and utilize ground-penetrating radar on the property without the suspect being able to destroy evidence. They aren't just looking for images. They are looking for the physical echoes of Summer Wells, her signature pink shirt, a discarded toy, or biological evidence that proves she was physically present. Is this why the recent Van Hill search and raid? The geography of this theory is particularly haunting. Kingsport serves as the industrial and urban hub for the surrounding rural counties, including Hawkins County, where Summer lived. This was also the place where Summer's mother took her the same day, in the morning before she was reported missing. This is also the location where Tony Hammonds tried to take a little boy from his own front yard in broad daylight. This proximity turns the suspect's home into the most significant crime scene in Tennessee history, as it represents the first physical link between the urban Vale of Kingsport and the hollows of Rogersville. This theory brings a chilling clarity to the persistent warnings of Don Wells. Since the earliest days of the investigation, Summer's father has maintained that his daughter didn't wander off into the mountains, but was snatched by a sophisticated trafficking element. He has frequently spoken of a dark world where children are taken and held for years. If a suspect was caught through the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children biometric match, it validates Don's darkest conviction that Summer was entered into a documented digital system of the most evil world. But this would imply her disappearance wasn't a random tragedy, but a calculated sale. The presence of her likeness on a local resident's device would prove that she was being archived or shared not only before but long after the physical ground searches had been called off and the purple ribbons had faded. Even if the man claims he found the images in the dark corners of the web, his possession of them makes him a central node in the conspiracy. The TBI would be working under the theory that either he took the images himself or he is in direct contact with the person who possibly did. Every message, every metadata tag, and every timestamp on those files becomes a roadmap, and that was something we were led to pay attention to. Whether this leads to a physical recovery or a definitive answer regarding her fate, the tip from the Missing Children's Unit is a possible smoking gun that could prove the internet is no longer a safe harbour for those who hide children in the shadows thanks to facial recognition technology. As the TBI, FBI, Greene County and Sullivan County authorities process the evidence from the recent Van Hill raid, the world waits for the next drop in the Summer Wells case. But it is also essential to recognise that as compelling as this digital trail seems, it remains a theory built on the intersection of proximity and timing. In the world of high-stakes investigations, a tip from a Missing Children's Unit can be a powerful lead, but it is not always a definitive link to a local missing child's case. There is a very real possibility that this arrest is exactly what it appears to be on the surface, a standalone case of digital exploitation involving victims who have no connection to the Rogersville area or the Wells family. The internet is a global network, and many of these arrests stem from material that has circulated internationally for years, flagged by intersecting systems that just so happens to go right through East Tennessee like a dagger. Let's research together and see if we find any connections. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And as Killer always says, we are all stronger working together.
They're gonna be sorry they were ever born.
Who?
All of them.
The red sun rose this morning. Dark skies pronounce your warning. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Hold on, the floor is caving. Your walls turn into cages. Your refuge will be your demise. Dances with the devil. Your power isn't special. We don't fit on your canvas. We burn it all to ashes now. 'Cause we are the outlaws.
Yeah, you've been dancing with the devil. Be careful who you gunning for, cause when it settles, it's only pain and grief when you living lawless. We only chase it if the chance of profit's flawless. We keep our eyes on the weak, they know that they targets. Hunting for goodwill, we ain't looking for bargains. And you should say a prayer, ain't nobody praying for you. Cause if I want it, then it's mine, that's what I'm saying to you. If you faint hearted, you better leave. You try and cross me, then you dead to me. Cause I'm in the business of making enemies. And there's a good chance that you may never leave. You feeling comfortable, you should never be.